Time of the year, definitely, for sure. So, have you got everything laid out? That's it. Like,
So yeah, I think I've got it for the most part. I think we're ready.
perfect.
I think we're ready for kindergarten. We are not. We just need. We got a couple more things to do for preschool, but we are ready for kindergarten. We are ready.
Ready.
Um, physically, we are ready. Mentally, he is ready. Mentally, I am not.
Yeah.
And mentally, he is excited. He's ready to rumble.
Yeah.
And I am not. And I keep
Well,
asking him to make sure that he is.
Are you
so
sure?
ready.
I mean, if you really don't want to go, then okay, we won't go.
It's gotten to a point where I make a face and he knows exactly what's going to follow. So he is just like, I'm so ready for kindergarten.
Aww.
And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
But if he wasn't, then you would feel really bad. I mean, see, you
if
gotta
Fallon
feed.
is 10 years old starting kindergarten, you know that I'm still not over
21.
it.
Okay, you're ready to start kindergarten.
Listen, if she takes a minute, you know that I was not ready for anybody to start, and this is me just holding on. I can't let go.
Well. Oh, it'll be good. It'll be good.
Well, that's what I was trying to explain to him. He was trying to understand that now he goes 5 days a week, and so he was saying something he wanted to do on a specific day, and I said, "Oh no, honey,
you're on lockdown.
No, you are all day." And so then he said, "Okay, in a couple of weeks." And I said, "Nope, school lasts longer than a couple of weeks too." And I was like, "You're on a totally different schedule, and once you start that schedule, I mean, you're in it.
Game on,
You're in it for many years." So I just, I don't know.
Saturday and Sunday looks pretty good.
Saturday and Sunday's looking better and better.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a big adjustment, and I think that's, well, it is kind of that's funny that he's already thinking that, well, we'll be done with this in a couple weeks and onward how we go. But it'll be funny also. It'll be very entertaining to hear the stories, to see the learning.
As long as if there's any phone calls, they're good phone calls that we get.
Hopefully the stories will be good stories.
Yeah. This is what it's funny because that's what is. I think I've said this before, but at home my kids are just wild. That they're wild and they like to go and do. And so during preschool, I would always ask his teacher. I would always say like, "Was he good?" And finally one day she's like, "Why do you always ask me that?" Because he's a wild man. And I don't know. I just want to make sure. And she said, "No, like he is great here." And I'm like, you know what? I would so much rather that than the other. So hopefully he continues with that through kindergarten. That's all I got to say.
Right. Well, I think that the thing is, I think that you want them to, I guess if you want to say let their hair down, be a little more wilder, if you will, at home than at school. I mean, at school you want them to listen, and I think they do.
Like I said, I prefer that. He's got buddies in his class, so we'll see how this all pans out.
That's really difficult,
We'll see how this all pans out, to say the least.
I'm going back to my report card, which I forgot about it, and then I hadn't seen it in years, and then found it, and it, on the back of it said, Becky likes to visit. The story of my life.
I always talks too much.
I thought my teacher was very, very kind.
Yeah, that was very well put. No, I just got talks too much. Or move my seat. Listen, you're just making it. I'm just gonna be louder. I gotta yell across the room now to talk to people.
Nothing's going to stop us, but we'll just, might be a little more difficult, but
I can talk non-verbally. I am great with my non-verbals.
Yeah. Definitely skills. What skills we learned in kindergarten, right? Well, this is exciting time, and hats off. And I know the teachers have already started back, and hats off to them and everybody involved. There's so many different people that play a huge role in your life. It just is exciting,
Yep.
So
super excited.
All right, busy time of year. Let's thank our sponsors.
Yes, let's thank Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Rose's, Fox Purlee Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Care First Urgent Care, and McAllister Land Consulting.
Hey, thank you to our great sponsors. Very proud of them. We're already on to the 6th day of August. It's a Tuesday. Isn't that crazy to think of that?
Ugh.
Already August. And that I can't get used to that.
I was trying to avoid August, and it decided just to come right back.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. So you were talking about fog today, because I saw there was fog on my window, right, like inside the house. And so I stuck my hand up against the glass, and it was kind of chilly, and I was like,
yeah.
Which today I think is the pick of the week as far as temperature goes.
Right.
So I'm just like, is it coming? It's coming. I know it's coming. I know it's starting to peek. It's gonna peek its head around and pop in here.
I know.
Not to discredit August and what it has to bring for summer weather, but come on, I need it to just hang around.
Yeah. Well, I think so. I mean, the game on, heat on, it's 70 degrees right
now. Okay, so you're getting to the end of it when school's beginning and pools are closing, and, like maybe they're only open on the weekends and stuff like that. So it's coming. I don't know how else to say other than it's coming. Yeah, pretty much. And so, again, I'm giving myself anxiety over.
I know. Stop it. Well, I think people, now that we're like, I don't know, it seems like it's warm. I don't know. People are holding off till October almost to close those pools. I think they're making it.
I'm talking about the public.
Oh, the public pools, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
they're
kids
starting
get into school and start getting to school. I know. I noticed at Holiday World, they're transitioning over to October to like Halloween stuff, it seems like. And then Disney definitely they're already starting their Halloween stuff coming out. Their merch. The Disney Halloween merch.
Well, we talked about the stores have got it.
Yeah. And so it's like crazy to think of that already. Yeah.
I mean, I have bought a few things for Halloween already.
Have you?
Yeah.
Huh?
I have. Now, again, this goes back to whether or not come Halloween I'll remember.
I am surprised at that. Okay, well, that's going to be... Oh, I do know. Yeah, I do remember you did, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I bought something really cool. That will be displayed this year.
Yeah, you did. You did. Right. All right, today is Balloons to Heaven Day. Letting balloons go to heaven. And that's funny because remember, like, usually, like, after we have like a party or something and I have balloons, remember I always let the kids try to let the balloons go to heaven, but I don't know, I think sometimes they're not real tickled with that in the environment.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that's frowned upon by some people.
I know.
I don't know. I mean,
I do love it, but it's like, oh.
But, I mean, accidents happen too, so sometimes they accidentally go.
Oh, those balloons, absolutely, yeah.
Open up a car door, oh, there goes the balloon.
There goes a balloon, oops.
Yep.
Balloons to Heaven Day. Corporate Baby Names Day. Corporate baby names.
Such as?
It says Wilbur.
Wilbur?
Yeah. Suggestion, Wilbur? I don't know. On this, going back to the balloon thing.
It just reminded me of Boss Baby.
Oh my gosh, how cute is that? Yeah.
Okay.
Going back to the balloon thing, I wonder if they'll, like, with that, because I guess with the environment, it would be something like your animals, if it gets, like, in your livestock in the fields or something like that. I wonder if they're going to make balloons, like, a different, like, material where they would, like, be more...
Like deteriorate on their own?
Yeah, be more friendly, if you will. Environmental friendly. I don't know. That would actually have to be a different texture. I wonder if anybody's working on that somewhere. Some lab somewhere,
I don't know.
Because balloons are like
latex.
I mean, I'm a balloon person. When you're gonna have a party, you need a balloon.
Oh, so, now that they've got those, now that you can do the balloon banners and balloon,
yeah, balloon arches. Yeah. Balloon people, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not that good, but they have them,
I have done. Well, how about this? I assisted in a balloon arch.
Those are hard to do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
wrap it around.
Balloon column. I love me a good balloon column though too.
Yeah.
Like the two balloon columns on the side. Yeah.
That means it's a party, right?
Yeah. It just does something.
I just bet somewhere they're trying to make them more environmental friendly. I'm gonna guess maybe somewhere. I don't know.
I don't know. I am not doing that.
No. This is also Farm Worker Appreciation Day. Hats off to all the farm workers out there. They work hard. Get up early in the morning, get cracking at it, and then, of course, in this heat, trying to make sure that everybody's taken care of. So hats off to them. Yes.
Yep. 100%.
All right. This is also National Fresh Breath Day.
It's always nice.
Breath.
Yes. Yes. Brush
Yeah.
those teeth. Brush those tongues.
Wait, hang on. I'm brushing my teeth on the bottom because I don't want to let or think that I forgot them. And while I'm brushing my teeth and having so much fun, I never let the water run. I never let the water run. And I'm brushing my teeth on the top. I can't remember how that goes. Do you remember that?
I just know that brushing my teeth, having so much fun. I never let the water run.
Yeah.
That's the only part of
Okay. National Fresh Breath Day. Ooh, National Gossip Day.
Ooh.
Remember the gossip game where you sit in a circle and everybody whispers in each other's ear and then
That's called telephone.
Oh, telephone. Well, it's Gossip Day.
Yeah, there was a game that you had like a phone and it whispered something in your ear and you were supposed to go through and see what it was.
See what it was.
See what it was at the end. See what it.
Yeah.
Boils down to.
I always get tickled when somebody's whispering in my ear and I'm like it tickles. I don't know why. People don't do that anymore.
I was going to say, do people whisper in
like
ears?
that anymore? I don't know. When somebody goes to do that, I think that's frowned upon. I think we've stopped doing that. I think that's like a big no-no.
I think if anybody gets close to my ear anymore, I'm like, ugh, what are you doing?
Yeah. But it's like you don't even see kids do that very much, do you?
My kid attempts to whisper, and then like he is very loud, like being silly, but
yeah. I don't think I think that that's kind of a thing that we just
kind of like fade it out.
Yeah, I think it's because it's just not very nice. You know, if you're sitting somewhere and somebody's whispering in somebody's ear, like.
Well, depending on the environment, like if you're being silly or something, that's one thing.
Right.
But if you're being mean, that's a totally different story.
Yeah. Right. Okay. National Gossip Day. National Night Out. All right. Here we go.
Tuesday night. What's that? Got the club going
with the balloons and the
Tuesday.
Fresh breath. Here we go.
Yeah. I do not think I'll be participating in that one.
Ooh, and today is National Root Beer Float Day. So you could have a root beer float on a night out with a balloon and fresh breath.
Right? I could probably do that. That seems very kid friendly.
I know. Root beer floats. Oh, I'm like,
So there's a restaurant that makes root beer float milkshakes.
Root beer float milkshakes.
And that's my jam. I'm a milkshake person, so
yeah,
that is my jam. But I love me some good old root beer.
Oh, I do too. Yeah, and I love a root beer float. I'm sorry,
I'll take a beer extra root.
Yeah,
that's gonna be my night out.
Yeah, that'd be mine too. National Root Beer Float Day. Love it. Wiggle your toes day. That's the fun thing. Like when you have closed-toed shoes, if you're tennis shoes or whatever, you can wiggle your toes and nobody knows.
Is that something you do?
Maybe.
Do you do that?
Maybe.
I don't think I do that.
Yeah, wiggle your toes day. Wiggle your toes.
I don't think I do that.
Do you not? Well, there you go. Next time.
But why would you wiggle your? What's the point? Why are you wiggling toes?
Because you can, I guess. I don't know. Wiggle your toes.
Do you wiggle your fingers?
Wiggle your fingers. Well, then they're going to be visual. If your fingers are visual.
Why can you not wiggle them in public?
You can. It's just I don't know. I just heard it was a fun thing to do. You know, I don't.
Wait, what?
Kind of a fun thing to do.
This is the most random.
I know.
I know.
I
heard it's fun to wiggle your toes. Listen, that's the thing. Like you need to You need to whisper in somebody's ear rather than
those
say
are things that you don't say out loud, right? No, like if you're somewhere.
I heard it's fun to wiggle your toes.
Wiggle your toes. Wiggle your toes.
I don't like feet though. Ugh. I don't like feet. I don't like toes. I don't like people touching my feet. I don't like people touching my toes.
I'm all about it. Yeah, get right ahead.
No, I mean like no.
No, I'm just the opposite.
No. Don't touch my feet. Don't touch my toes.
No, I'm just and so if you want to wiggle your toes and you want to keep it a secret, you go right ahead. But if you got sandals on or you got flip-flops
I need to know if you're wiggling your toes. Why?
Why?
This is a need to know thing. I need to know.
Because you can. while you drink your root beer. Maybe you're excited about that root
Is
beer.
it maybe like you know how like some people like shake their leg? Maybe it's like some people wiggle their toes.
Oh, maybe like a nerve thing.
Yeah,
Thing.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's a nervous thing or just a fun thing to do. I don't know.
I don't know.
Sit there for hours in a meeting and just wiggle your toes, you know?
Yeah.
You've doodled on every piece of paper you have.
Well, now I've wiggled my toes probably in the past.
Thought about like what your
30 seconds than I ever have my entire life, just trying to figure out what the point is. I feel like it's gonna actually.
Get back there and wiggle those toes, okay?
I feel like it's about to give me a Charlie horse and one of my toes.
If you start doing that and you jump up, cramp,
Yeah.
I probably will.
Like my toes not feeling it. I don't think.
Okay, well, just want you to know you have that option. Okay, there's options. All right, you have that. Okay?
And I don't think it's a public or a private thing. You do you.
Yeah,
you do
no,
it
I think
public.
you have
if
options.
you want to do it with open-toed shoes,
yes,
you go right ahead.
You go right ahead, and people ask you, then you just say, you know, I'm wiggling my toes. You know, I don't know. You know, I think you have. It's just nice to know your different options.
Okay, but like the cutest thing, and I don't do this near as often as what I should with my kids. When you actually wiggle your kids' toes when you're doing this little piggy went
I do
to
that
the
all the
market.
time with your children.
This little
They
piggy
love
had
that.
roast beef. This little piggy
They
had
love that.
this little piggy stayed home.
They
This
can't
piggy
make it
roast
to
beef.
the wee all the way home. It gets too excited. They're too excited.
I know that. Yeah, that's a thing.
I have to grab
Now that's a thing, and that is wiggling toes.
They do love that. Yeah.
So I wiggle my kids' toes more than I wiggle my own toes.
Noted. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So there is toe wiggling, but it's just not your own. You're doing
Correct.
It.
I don't do that with my own feet.
Oh, kids love that. They love that.
And they do love that.
Yeah. That's something that's huge for them. Yeah. Well, that's exciting. All right. So those are some holidays. Get out and enjoy. I think that root beer float's now I've got the seed planted. I really
Night out, getting a root beer float. That's what you got to celebrate today.
Yeah, can't go wrong with that.
Right before school.
Right before school. There you go. We had beer last night. Root beer. That's my kind of root beer. And there's different kinds of root beer too. There's like the kind that's like the authentic, the more the old-fashioned root beer, and then you've got your more root beer. You know, So you've got different. Yeah, there's like some little different taste in that. Kind of like a sassafras root beer, more of a.
Well, I just like any root beer.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's actually supposed to be really good for your skin too. I don't know.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, this
is what my dad would say.
Hang on here, because if it does, I'm going to start drinking more.
It's got the yeast in it. No, I used to tell you that. You just forgotten. It has the yeast in it, and the yeast is really, really good for your skin. Yeah. Is root beer good for your skin? I don't know. When you Google it, I don't know what it's going to tell you, but it's good. The yeast in it is really good for your skin. That's what my dad would always tell me. Good for your complexion. Okay.
So historically, some of the ingredients used in root beer, like sassafras, they were believed to have beneficial effects on skin.
Well, there we go. There we go. We believe it.
Although modern science doesn't support these claims.
There it is. The negativity. It's just, it is what it is, you know.
Well,
I say drink root beer, and I'm doing it for my complexion. I'm eating this root beer float for my complexion, okay?
It's healthier for teeth when compared to typical soft drinks.
Well, there you go. See? It's a win-win situation.
Well, what is the disadvantage
of root beer?
Yeah.
I don't think there's any disadvantage of it. I don't think so.
Oh, sipping sodas throughout the day is one of the worst things you can do. Okay.
We know that.
Yada yada yada
Yada.
yada.
All right, let's talk real quick. Let's get into. We got some new news.
Okay.
We've got a new Democrat runner, and she is supposed to tonight pick her. I guess her running mate, right? Is that right? Her vice president, yeah. So she's supposed to pick her vice president tonight. Which I wonder how you're supposed to play it. I guess like etiquette, like they have 3 or 4 different people that, or maybe it's just 2. I don't know. I don't know enough about this. I'm stepping on new territory here, But I believe that like she's got two ones that she possibly is thinking about or in the running. But I wonder if you could go rogue and just pick someone different. I guess you could. You can do whatever you want to do, I guess. But
yeah, I mean,
I wonder if anybody's ever done that
well,
before. Like,
you kind of want to, you want support, right? So you kind of want to go towards who probably I'm gonna say the donors, who you're gonna be swayed.
who your party supports.
Yeah, like who your party, who the top leaders would be in your party, would prefer. I mean, you want to, you know, you don't want to make people mad.
Right. Well, and then it's been a change, I guess, if you will, because if you go back, and I'm not saying I'm not going one way or the other. I'm just stating facts. The party did not get behind her years or in the beginning. I mean, when didn't she run or something? I think she ran, and I think the party did not get completely.
Ran for what?
I don't remember something, and I don't think she was. I don't remember what it was, but no, I don't. No, I'm just saying is I don't think the party has supported her. Like, but now they are supporting her. You know what I mean? There's been a change.
I think that happens a lot in politics.
Yeah.
I mean, they have to rally behind now. You know who they feel is. I mean, she's their pick. So.
Right, I get that, but I'm saying is it so they've changed. So I wonder on who she chooses to be. I think that if you had that where you were choosing someone to run with you, would you want someone a little like I guess like-minded thinking, or would you want someone that might challenge you a little bit more like on your thinking, right?
It could. I mean, there's pros and cons of both. I mean, you want a
Yeah.
healthy balance, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it would be nice to have someone that had a different, like maybe, outlook on things.
Yeah, she's got. I mean, she's got a couple. She's got, you know, Josh Shapiro from Pennsylvania, and then she's also got Arizona Senator Mark Kelly. So those will be between. Oh, I guess she also has Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. Yeah. So I don't know. Kamala.
That's
Yeah.
Well, she'll be actually, I guess, supposed to be making that announcement tonight. So that'll. There we go. Forward we go.
Yeah, I mean, she secured the vote, or secured the nomination, so we shall see where this goes. This just, I mean, again, goes back to talking about August. I mean, we're getting closer and closer to November.
I wonder if this is like the first time that it's ever been this close. I mean, like this close to the date of November that they've changed their.
Well, we talked about that last week.
Yeah, I thought we did.
About how many times this happened in history where the nomination has, you know, where the vice, or not the vice president, how the current president who is running for re-election has dropped out of the race. Or how any presidential candidate has dropped out of the race.
Yeah.
Who was going to be the nominee. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think that does that happen tonight, where she picks her vice president pick? So
she's supposed to do it. Of course, who knows? She could put it off and not do it, but supposed to tonight. Yeah. So I don't know who the front runner is. I don't know who they're thinking. I don't know if they've leaked it and let someone. You know, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's supposed to happen. Supposed to. Supposed to happen today. And this evening. So then afterwards she will have a rally in Pennsylvania, kicking off the campaign between her and Donald Trump.
There we go. Which we know then it's going to be, and then I'm sure they'll have like a debate. I'm sure coming up, maybe.
I don't know. Let's see here. Let's see if there's any debates already scheduled. I mean, Donald Trump's already debated Biden. I don't see. I'm not seeing any on there. Maybe they have to check with campaigns to see what's available once they get chosen.
Everybody's scheduled, trying to get everybody scheduled together. That's kind of difficult.
Yeah, I don't know. It'll be fun to see. It'll be fun to watch. All of this. Not just the debates between now and November. There's a lot that can happen. But again, don't focus just on the presidential race. There's other races going on. So just keep that in mind. I know these presidential candidates are making the headlines and they're exciting, but you gotta don't forget the meat.
That's right, the local.
That's right. So they affect you very heavily. So something just to keep in mind between now and November, and as you're following campaigns and stuff. We got state level races, we've got congressional races, we've got a lot going on. We've got a governor's race here in Indiana specifically. So just stuff to keep in mind,
right,
as you're talking politics,
right,
at the dinner table with family.
Yeah.
With all your friends and family.
Potatoes. Are you no? Yeah, they say do not talk about that at dinner, right? You're not supposed to be talking about that at supper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
not good for the digestion.
It's a fun. I mean, for me anyway. I know, like, it's a fun topic, and I don't know. You talk to people who don't agree with you. You talk to people who do agree with you, and it's just. I mean, at some point, I mean, you realize that, like, when you're having a conversation with somebody, you can normally tell right off the bat whether you're going to agree or disagree. And at that point, I think some people shut off, but I think it's also very interesting to hear why some people believe what they believe, even though you may not agree with them. But it's worth listening to and just trying to understand where somebody's coming from. Different walks of life.
Right. Well, and I think too, you have a lot of rumors out there that people will start. I remember years ago, like, they would start rumors about different, politicians, and it's always nice to check for yourself and also find out, about that person. Do your research.
Yeah, fact check.
And now more than ever, we have that where you can do that. So.
I mean, sometimes I'll admittedly, like, it can be hard to fact check things because anymore you can find arguments that are on both sides of the coin that support whatever you're trying to make that point. So anymore it's kind of hard. I mean like, when I talk about inflation, I had somebody approach me and tell me, like, that's oh, that's not true, that's not happening.
They go to the grocery
and so my response to them was just, I am very happy that your family's very fortunate that they are not suffering.
Oh, wow.
Good for you guys that you guys are not experiencing inflation. And maybe I don't know their home life. I don't know their personal situation. But I'm like, I have heard many firsthand stories. I have felt it, or whatever, many stories, and I have felt it firsthand. Like, I can tell a huge difference of my grocery bill, and my tank that I fill up all the time. So again, to say that that's not true just was mind-boggling to me. It didn't have to get rude, didn't get nasty. I just thought, well, you guys are very fortunate, and I don't know where you're shopping where it's the same price. But you might want to keep that one under your hat if you're wanting to keep those prices, because and that was the only person that had told me that was not true, and I just thought, I was just kind of shell shocked.
Yeah, well, they came out. I mean, this is facts that 20%, that inflation's up 20%. Most everything is up 20% more than what it has been.
I mean, there's some that's higher than that even. And it's funny because I have given this Bidenomics presentation multiple times, and of course there's a bunch of numbers that I try to reference, and I don't have it currently in front of me, but it's real, and it's here. So I don't know I don't know. Maybe he doesn't do the shopping in the house, and everything just remained the same for him. And he, you know, maybe his wife doesn't complain about the prices, so he doesn't understand. I don't know his story. He just said that to me, and I thought, oh wow, like you are very fortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, that isn't. I've not heard anybody say that. No, that's everybody.
But I mean, that's just but that's just politics. You know, that's you're gonna get. It doesn't matter. Again, the sky is blue. You're gonna have somebody say, no, it's not. It's, you know, it's this color. And so there's just always gonna be somebody that's on the other side that's not pleased with what you're saying. You know, just because it's not good news doesn't mean it's not true.
Right.
I mean.
Right.
Don't shoot the messenger. I don't want high prices. I'm not sitting here because I'm loving it. I'm saying it because we need a change. We need to get these prices down. We need to get inflation down. It is really high right now. Things are high. Families are having a tough time.
Getting ready for school and getting everybody back in school.
Yeah, I mean, we've done, like I said, we've ran a Bidenomics campaign all summer, all across the state here in Indiana. They've done it all over, actually, with the organization in other states. You know, and it's been really fun to see families, and families really appreciate it. Like we make phone calls, right? And so we do phone banking and stuff for candidates and specific policy fights. And I've been with the organization going on 10 years, and I think that we have been thanked more this year for our Give Back campaign that we have ran. More than ever, people are just so grateful, and they're so thankful because they are hurting right now, and they were able to get that last minute, you know, back to school event, or they were able to you know, to take their kids to do something fun as a family that they couldn't do, you know, in the past couple years because times have been tough, and so it really intrigued them with the organization because we're a great organization. We give back a lot. We take care of our volunteers. Our volunteers take care of us. We also take care of our volunteers. So I think that it's been a really fun summer, and we're not done yet. The campaign is still going on, and we're still giving back, and we'll still have events. We've got one that I won't reveal just yet coming up that we are currently planning, and it's going to be a lot of fun. This is something you're going to want to stay tuned for and be involved in because this is something that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Yep. For sure. Speaking of that, actually, we've got a new survey that came out. Things that are priced too high right now, and what's worth paying more for. Okay. A new report out on bargain hunting, and it includes a list of things that are priced too high and stuff that are there where the higher prices, but they're worth it. Okay. Well, not surprisingly, the number one price too high is gasoline.
Yep.
Yep. But kind of got to have it, right?
I was thinking grocery store items.
Yeah, well, we're getting there. Fast food is the runner-up on too expensive list.
Fast food, I'd say any food. Eating out anymore is just, I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, eating out is expensive. I'm not saying, when I say that, I'm not saying that going to the grocery store is not expensive either.
Yeah,
Let me say that. I think that's valid.
Yeah. Well, you know that whatever restaurant you're at, they've had to pay more for the food that they're preparing.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So,
and then they have to pay all the people.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that that grocery prices are not high either. I'm just saying eating out anymore, which some people eat out for fellowship too, and that's a whole other thing. Which we've done that with Bidenomics events too. You know, some people like going out and just going out to eat with some friends.
Right.
And, you know, being able to do stuff like that. So,
So fast food is the runner-up on too expensive, followed by meat and fish. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. Automobiles. Automobiles are very expensive right now. Smartphones. Okay. Eggs are up.
I would say eggs was what I was thinking.
Yeah, eggs are, that's a big one. Clothing.
Preach.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, we got to get these prices down.
Right, we have got to get
Somebody
these prices
please
down.
listen to us, okay?
Forget about the gas.
Forget about the food. We got to get these clothing prices down.
These shoes. Come on.
They've got to come down, the prices. Personal care items. Ooh, yeah. Get those down too. Yeah, yeah. Next is snacks.
Snacks, like at the grocery store?
Yeah, probably just snacks. Just snacks you get. And on last is medicine. Actually, medicine, it's very expensive for medicine. I don't, for anybody.
Medicine.
Medicine. Well, I was trying to read because it says too expensive list. Yeah, medicine, I guess, yeah, medicine's a lot too for people. And people that need it, it's really, that's not good.
Yeah, people that take like daily, weekly, or monthly.
Yeah, that's sad. Despite those prices, there are things that people are willing to splurge on. Ooh, what are we willing to splurge on? When asked what's worth paying more money for these days, number one, smartphones.
Oh my goodness.
They came in number one. People don't care if there are any cheaper phones out there. They want to shell out top dollar for the best. Okay.
I don't know how old my phone is. I know that I don't go by. I'm not. I don't have the oldest phone, but I don't have the most new phone either.
Okay. Well, there's more on the list. Okay, these are what's worth shelling out the money for. Okay. Appliances.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to get a good appliance. Yeah, I get that. Followed by computers and laptops. Need a good computer, need a good laptop.
I'd say the electronics are being hit hard.
Yeah. Personal care items. Get
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Okay.
TVs. All right. Laundry.
Yeah.
I think it's laundry materials. Laundry materials.
Like laundry, detergent, and softener, and all that jazz.
Yeah. Next, coffee.
Coffee.
Gonna shell out that money for the coffee for sure. Oh, show. If we gotta get things done, then we gotta have that coffee, okay?
Yeah.
If this machine's gonna work over here, we need that coffee, okay?
We need the coffee.
Yes. Clothing.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Did everybody hear that?
Oh, this is funny.
The
Next,
clothing is on the list.
yeah. These are what. And
Well, back to school shopping.
Oh.
Yeah, like there's parents that just experience that. I am one of those.
Yeah. Yeah.
I never know what to buy. Like, do you buy, for like a month's worth? Do you buy like a week's worth
Of clothing?
Yeah, for school, for back to school shopping.
No, I say my thought was, since we are still warm and still summer, I think just buy a little bit and then we can see that they're going to have summer sales, and then that's when you maybe pick up a little bit more.
Well, we might have
Because I'm going to guess that especially October, they'll still be doing shorts.
See, I don't just
Maybe
when I shop, I don't just shop for myself. I shop for my kids a lot too. So I might have splurged a little bit. It's fun shopping for the kids too. I like dressing them. Again, my life-size Barbie. I have 3.
Yay. So clothing's next. Shoes.
Yep. Again, I didn't know what those.
I've talked to a lot of moms and dads that they've really, they've done shoes. Yeah, a lot of shoes.
I mean, I splurged a little again.
Shoes.
Again, I like to shop, clothing shop. So, I mean, it's so funny to hear people be like, I hate shopping. And I'm just like, I think I need a little bit of that in me. Even if I have just a little bit of that in me, I think would be okay.
Then the last, coming in strong, skincare. These are things that people they feel like they're worth it. They're more expensive, but they're worth it. And that was personal care items, phones. Phones number one. TVs, laundry materials, coffee, clothing, shoes, and skincare.
Was gas on that one, right?
Gas was the one.
No, gas was just the high.
Yeah, it was just saying how expensive. It was the number one, price too high, but I guess we have to buy it, so but the number one what's worth paying the money for would be smartphones, is what they say here.
I love that they put clothing on there.
Yeah, and shoes right behind it. Yeah.
I mean, whoever made that list, golden.
Yeah. Yeah.
Golden. Thank
Right.
you for putting that on there.
Yeah.
So now I have an argument to say it's a necessity that people splurge on, and it's not just me.
No, you have to have it. Yeah. Right. Something about you have to have that.
Listen,
right?
my kids are growing. The clothes are not growing with them.
You know,
Okay.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
are.
That
I
is
mean,
true. That is true.
I mean, it's true. Every season we get a new wardrobe at this point.
Well, there you go.
I mean,
Maybe in between
there-
seasons.
maybe midway through we
You know
get
what
a
I mean?
new
We might need
wardrobe.
more,
I don't
you know
know.
what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know.
They
Maybe.
really can't be growing that
Maybe.
fast.
Maybe.
Oh, yes, they can
I
be.
don't know. I'll never tell.
I know.
The nice thing is they don't fight me on it. They're just like they're
No.
like, yep, sure, whatever you got picked out, I'll throw on.
Yeah.
Wait till the girl gets a little older. We'll see how long that
Oh.
lasts.
That's gonna be a real. I believe. Okay, I'm just gonna step out and say you will be late everywhere you go because if something was not right in that outfit. No, I mean, or she's changed 5 or 6 times.
I try to.
No, that's just
matter.
gonna be. You're
no
not gonna
matter
get
what it
anywhere
is.
on time anymore because of. I promise you're gonna have to start an hour before you have somewhere you or before your leave time. You're gonna have to give an hour at least just for her to. Yeah.
Well, so
She is moody beyond.
Oh,
yeah.
she will let you have it. So here's what. So every time I dress her, of a morning, I always, no matter what it is, I'm like, oh, you look so pretty, and so and I'm like, hey boys, doesn't your sister look really pretty? And James is like, yeah, Alan, you look pretty, and then you get Fletcher. No, she does not. And I'm like, oh, okay. Don't ask Fletcher if she looks if you look good because you're gonna get terrible feedback. And I'm like, we're gonna have fights at the house where she thinks she looks really good and she's gonna walk out and her brother's gonna completely tear her
and
apart.
then that'll make her go back
I
in
know,
her
then
room.
she'll go
and
back in
no,
her room
she
and try.
will. It'll be hours. I'm telling you, trying to find that perfect outfit.
Oh,
No, you need
brothers,
to, no,
man, brothers.
Oh, you're gonna have to just lay. I mean, you're gonna have to lay out
I
like.
mean, he'll do it without even looking at what she has on.
Well, no,
He'll
yeah,
be
he's
watching
just
TV
gonna-
and
yeah.
just say it, just to be that little mean brother that he. But it's funny. So he does that just, just to prove a point that hey, I'm still the older brother. But then he has a soft spot for her too, though.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, he can act all tough, but
Oh
at
yeah.
the end of the day, she rolls.
Oh.
She's the boss of those
She will
two.
be the last one out that door, and in whatever outfit, it'll be something dazzling.
Yeah.
For
She's
sure.
also very sweet too. She's not just a mean little girl. She's
No.
very sweet.
No, she's very sweet, very sweet. All right, so this is kind of funny, and I feel the pain on this. Scientists have come up now and actually have shown that it really does hurt to think. Okay.
Preach.
Tell it, okay? Preach. All right, so according to science, it really does hurt to think, okay? Have you ever come out of a study session or a marathon working meeting and felt like your brain was throbbing?
Yeah, like we're too much information in so little time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be all that you're thinking. Okay, according to a new scientific research, it actually does hurt to think, but not the way that you'd expect. The study, it's called the study's senior author puts it like this: in general, people really dislike mental effort. The harder people have to think, the more unpleasant they find the experience. So thinking hurts because it's uncomfortable.
Okay.
I don't think that's. I think it's like you're talking different. I think like if you're taking in something and learning something, that's different than like when you're talking about like going to if you go to like a convention or something and you have all these all day long sessions.
I think,
you're like,
I mean, yeah, if it's something you're not interested in, I would argue that makes, I mean, that maybe checks out. But like if I'm talking about like politics, for example, and it's a lot of information, so like it's like I want to know, I want to understand. So, but if I don't know, I guess it depends on your interest of the subject as well. But just because it's complex doesn't mean that, you know, like you shouldn't understand it. I guess, or attempt to understand it. I don't know. That's I'm indifferent on that.
So the good news is that we're all in the same boat. The negative feelings associated with mental effort affect people throughout the world, across the work experiences, education level, and various types of tasks. That said, the study was based on self-reporting from participants and only during the task. So therefore, no physical hurt other than unpleasant feelings. And there's often a reward. Putting the work now leads growth, achievement, and sweet satisfaction of conquering it.
So, okay, I'm trying to like put myself. So, like, for example, when people start talking cars to me.
Okay.
When you start talking about this, that, under the hood, I'm like, hang on. You lost me.
I know.
What?
I know.
Hang on. You said what? So, I guess that does hurt.
I feel the pain.
That makes me painfully uncomfortable.
Yeah, I feel pain on that.
I mean, I put gas in the car and I drive it. Yeah. That is the extent of my knowledge of vehicles.
Yeah.
And I have been told multiple things about the car. And the best part is whenever you hear a mechanic say something, and then you try to repeat it back to somebody else. And I'm like, I don't know. He said something about this or that, or maybe he said that. And then the person I'm talking to is a little educated on the subject. And I'll be like, do you mean this? Oh, wait, he might have said that. I don't know. Why don't you just call him and have that conversation? I don't know. Trying to talk about a game of telephone.
Yeah.
Trying to repeat that back. Yeah. And then to even try to understand what was said and what was wrong.
I know.
Yeah, that's complicated for me.
But like, and you'll have those like mechanics that'll sit there and like they're excited and they're telling you all this stuff that's going on and we did this and we're going to do this and this and this, and it's like I you know what I mean, and I like I let them just finish it out, but I'm like in my head thinking, I don't know. I don't know. No, and I really don't want to know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
everything you know. You know what I mean? I really don't. I'm gonna trust you on this one.
Listen,
I'm gonna trust you on this one.
People say, you know, what I do is complex. I think what they do is complex.
Oh, beyond.
There's no way.
Oh.
There's just no way.
Oh.
I don't know. I wouldn't know the first thing. I can barely pop the hood, okay? So when people say pop the hood, I'm like,
And every vehicle's different on that.
Do you mean like I can pull the trigger and get it to pop up, but if you're wanting me to open that sucker?
Well, and then on a hood, when you lift the hood, there's just like there's metal thing that you stick up to
on some of them it's already there. You don't have to put a thing up.
And my scare is that thing going to really hold? I really want to know, is that going to really hold? See,
it depends on how good you are putting it up there.
Do what?
I guess it depends on how
That's what I'm saying. Like, did I get that up there right? I don't know. You know what I mean? I really don't know.
Oh, see, I don't do that.
Well, no, but I'm saying if they wanted me to do that, you know what I mean? Pop the hood.
I'd be like, oh, nose goes. You pop the hood.
You do that. There is no guarantee that stick's gonna hold.
I'm
gonna
do that next week.
Okay, I'm a little concerned at whether
you pop that head. I am not popping that head. I will pull the thing for you so that you can open the hood.
I will go make you a fresh glass of lemonade or tea.
I will do anything else in the entire world.
I will go get you a cold ice water. Yeah. Please don't, because I don't know. I really have a fear that stick, is that going to hold?
But I don't.
There's no guarantee that stick.
I don't know if all the cars have that.
Well, what would they have, like something?
I think it automatically.
Okay, like your door. Let's close your back end of your door. It always gets me.
Oh yeah, I know.
It always goes.
It sometimes does, and it sometimes doesn't. I don't know what triggers.
For whatever reason, okay, open the back of your door, and the next thing I know, it's bopping me on the head. It comes back down, and I'm like, why did you do that?
But anyway, I don't think
so
it
like
hurts,
I have
thankfully.
seconds.
It just kinda,
No,
like,
it doesn't
scares you.
hurt. It just like it's it's not a
takes you by
hurting thing.
surprise.
Well,
Like,
sure.
oh, what's
Yeah,
going
what?
on?
Heaven's coming down. But you have seconds to get whatever you're getting out or put whatever you're putting in with your back door.
Or
like
you
that.
just stop it and lift it back up.
Well, usually my hands are filled up with something, so it's like.
Because why?
Because I'm trying to shove things in the back of your vehicle.
Again, but I don't know why. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't.
I know. That's a mystery.
Yeah,
that's
I don't
one
know.
of those.
I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe a mechanic could tell me why.
Never
I don't know.
Never know.
I don't know.
I think I'll forever miss that if you ever get rid of that vehicle. But you put the stick up, and then that's a little concerning of whether it's going to hold, and then you have to trust because you're putting your head and your whole body in that, looking at that.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what I'm looking at.
A mechanic is one of those that I think it's a very tough job. I'm very envious of those that do it and that understand it all.
Absolutely.
But it's also one of those things that I have, like, I just would not be able to.
But not only do you have, like, the, and hats off. I mean, they're a gift from God, mechanics that know that. Yeah, good for you. I mean, you're, like,
I mean, I just put my full trust in them.
Well,
at this point,
you've
like,
got to.
Listen, like, I hope to God you're not, like,
but you have some that,
screwing me over. Like, I don't know what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
I
just, something I'm just going to have to, I'm going to have to trust. But here's the thing. So, like, you have those that, like, that will just verbally tell you, this and this and this and this. Or you have those, I'll show you. And when it comes to this show you moment, I'm like, I really don't have to see because it's like a hot engine we're looking at. And it's like something's going on.
You're going to show me and it's going to go in through one eye and
like,
out the other.
I'm trying my best, trying my best to cheer you on and be that cheerleader for you. But I just don't even know what I'm looking at. And here's the thing, you're really like taking your time to do this, but it's so wasted because I'm not. I mean, I'm not disrespectful, but I don't know what I'm looking at.
Yeah, you really want to embarrass me on knowledge. Ask me anything about a car.
I know.
I'm just like, ooh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then then they'll like, like then people will like look at an engine. Like, and they're like, oh, that's a nice looking engine. I mean, it's like, I don't know what's a nice looking engine.
What?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
I was thinking the same thing. I don't know. I mean, well, it's funny whenever, what was it? This has been a few months ago. Something was leaking, and they're like, well, what hose is, when you pop the hood, where's it come, or something. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me if you're trying to ask me that. Like, is that it? Like, are you being silly?
Do you think they know?
Are you being funny?
Do you think they can tell by funny. Like our expressions, like, or do you think they are just like they're really? I mean, like, you gotta love the field they're in. I mean, like if I just
have you checked the fluids? And
well, it's just like when you're talking maybe
no.
when you're talking politics to someone, maybe that's the same.
That's what I'm saying. So like, I mean, I can talk politics all day, but when
right.
you start talking about cars, I'm just like,
well, that's what I mean. But to them, it's exciting, and I'm happy about it. I'm very excited for you, but I just don't know. I mean, you know what I mean. And I don't know if you're going to show me how to do this. I don't know that I'm going to be that person that's going to remember to do it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I think somebody showed me 1,000 times how to check my oil.
Oh, that's a hard one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very difficult. And then I don't even think if I did it, I don't even think I would trust myself. I don't trust myself on that. I don't think I would not have that confidence to say, oh,
Is
yeah.
this what it's supposed to look like? Listen, I know. Listen, let me tell you.
I'd have to show it to everybody.
Listen, what's
your opinion on this? What's your opinion on this?
Okay, listen, I know when that little knobby, that little flicker thing gets on E, it's time to put gas in it.
Yeah,
and guess what? I know how to do that.
I can do that too.
That I can do.
Yeah.
I do know, yeah, I know how to put it in drive and park.
Yeah.
I mean,
but if I really, like, if I pulled the stick that you check the oil, whatever that's called,
the dipstick.
The dipstick. I was afraid to say that.
I'm gonna tell
I
you
didn't
right
know if
now,
that sounded
I
right.
am the dipstick.
Okay, me too. When it comes to this, me too.
I am the dipstick.
When you pull that, I don't know. I would have to have second opinion. Somebody, please tell me, what do you think? What is your opinion on this? What do you think?
I think I'm gonna be like, if you were pulling a dipstick out of here, where would you pull it out? Where would you do it?
Let's see you do this,
Yeah.
okay?
I'm testing you. Let me
That's
see if
right.
you pass here. Where would
Yeah.
you pull that out?
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, yeah. And
It
I
would be
don't
good
put
for us to know,
air in the
but-
tire. I don't do
Oh,
that.
the air thing. Now that's another thing too, because it's like, does it leak? I mean, it's leaking out when you're, I mean, sometimes, or like we went to put more air. You went to put air in, and for whatever reason, I went less air. I don't know how that happened. I don't know where the air
Or
went.
like somebody said you can put too much air in
Well,
it.
yeah,
And it can bust the
Well,
tire.
that's
and I'm
what I
like-
think. I think of like a balloon. Is this gonna pop in front of me? You know,
And
what I
I'm
mean?
just like, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't
Well, then
know.
I think if you drive on I think if your tires are too aired up there, I think too much. I think you're driving weird or something. I've heard. I don't know.
What?
Did somebody mess with me on that?
I don't know. Listen, years ago,
I don't know. You can tell me something on that.
years ago, and
Gullible over here.
somebody did get me on the what is it? The turn signal fluid.
Oh.
I was like, what? They're like, your turn signal fluid is low.
That is
And
great.
I'm like, where the
That-
heck do you put that? I know now, okay, like that
That's
was
not
years
a thing.
ago.
That's
It's
not a real thing. You're not going to get me
Like,
again. You're not
no,
gonna get me
no,
again.
I did not know at the time. I mean, when I say years, I mean many,
I
many
don't
years
know.
ago. It was,
It's just like a
so,
superpower.
but that's
Anybody that can
how
work on
that's how
vehicles.
well though I have to trust
Oh.
these mechanics
Oh.
and these people who know about
I put my
vehicles.
whole
That's
trust
how
in
well
them.
I have to trust you.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I don't
Right,
know. I
right,
don't know.
I don't know. I have.
And clearly, I was raised with somebody who does not know
and had no no.
So-
That is one thing we
So,
never covered.
If you
that.
wonder why, just have a conversation with my mother, because it will all check
It
out.
makes sense.
It
It,
will-
makes
it will-
sense.
it will come
make
full
sense.
circle
It will
for
make
you.
Sense. Yeah, it will make sense. I understand that.
I might.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
think I'm speaking for my sisters everywhere too at this
Oh,
point.
every one of them. You'll know. The family. You'll know the family.
I
Yeah,
think
for sure.
that my tire is low. It's got a slit in it.
That's
And I think I'm running on the rims.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, or like if you're
It's driving
talking to a
wonky.
mechanic and you try to make the sound that you're hearing. Like, what kind of sound did it hear? And then you're like, and then they say, what was that again? And then
Oh.
it's like, I mean, they want to know, like, what sound that is. And it's
I
like,
am cursed because if in the event when I do have car trouble
Yeah.
in the past,
yeah.
my car loves me enough that it only makes those noises with me.
I know.
And
I
refuses
hate
to do it when a mechanic
Oh,
gets
I
in the
hate
car.
that so bad.
And I'm like, it does it every day, all day, and I don't know why it's not doing it right now.
I know.
I don't know.
It's when the mechanic sits when someone that works on cars sit at the vehicle, it's all of a sudden healed. It's like when you go to the doctor. All of a sudden,
Yeah.
you go to the doctor, you're feeling better.
I know, I look like a liar.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we went down this rabbit
I know.
hole.
I do want to say real quick, this is something new, just brand new. Dolce & Gabbana, which I love Dolce & Gabbana, is selling perfume for dogs.
Who's Dolce and Gabbana?
They just launched a new perfume for dogs. It's called Fife. And they say it's been approved by vets. It lasts all day. I need to get some for Lucy and Zeus. And dogs seem to really enjoy the scent. So the dogs even enjoy the scent, which my dogs literally, when I spray them with any kind of because they have like dog sprays, mine act like I have just they go into a fetal position. Like, what are you doing to us? You know what I mean? So I'm excited. So it's Dolce & Gabbana perfume for dogs.
Oh, I'm team smell good, so
Yeah,
go
I know.
for it.
I know. And it's got it's kind of got a woody smell, woodsy and creamy undertones with sandalwood.
Interesting.
And as you'd expect, it's not cheap. A 3.5 ounce bottle costs just over $100. We will not be getting this, okay? Zeus and Lucy will not get this, partially because the logo on the front is plated with 24 karat gold. Okay. It also comes with a free Dolce & Gabbana dog collar and personalized name tag.
Oh, well
Wow,
now
I
it
was
might
gonna
be
say,
worth it.
now.
A little over $100. I don't think.
Yeah, if you get the dog collar and
And the personal name tag and the 24 karat. Gold?
That's a deal. That's a bargain right there.
And the perfume. Let's not forget that.
Yeah. And if it makes Fido or makes Zeus and Lucy smell better, ooh, yeah.
Did you say Fido?
I was being silly. Fido, and then I just went ahead and personalized it. Zeus and Lucy, yeah.
I think that I think that's a
win.
I think that is a win.
That is a win. Things that we will not.
Yeah, forget the perfume. You had me at personalized name tag and color.
I know. Sounds good to me too. All right, so look for that. I guess that's going to be somewhere around. All right, let's thank our sponsors this morning.
Yes, Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Mama Roses, Fox Purlee Wealth Management, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Care First Urgent Care, and McAllister Land Consulting.
All right, let's have the best Tuesday ever.
That's right. Happy Tuesday.
If it's the first Tuesday of the month, then you know it's Customer Appreciation Day at our local Salem, Indiana Papa John's Pizza. Get a hand-tossed or a thin-crust large 2-topping pizza for only $6.99 the first Tuesday of every month. Use promo code CAD2022 when ordering online at papajohns.com. Or order 2 and get it delivered. Call 812-883-3369 or stop by the corner of Main and Hackleberry Streets for your hot, fresh pizza today. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
Give Du Bois County Tire a call. Big or small, they service all. They have the name brand tires you know to keep you cruising on down the road. They got tires for driving mean. They even got them for your farm machine. You can call them day or night. Du Bois County Tire does it right. Big or small, we service all. Du Bois County Tire.
Now through September 2nd, buy 4 eligible Bridgestone tires and get $70 back by mail on a Bridgestone Visa prepaid card. Get up to $140 when you use your CFNA credit card. Bridgestone, solutions for your journey. Available at Washington County Tire Shop in Salem. Subject to credit approval, restrictions apply. See BridgestoneRewards.com for details.
Big or small, we service all. Du Bois County Tire.
Just in time for summer, the return of the Cheesy Burger Pizza from Papa John's. Papa John's and Reese are diving into summer at the Salem store with sizzling beef, dill pickles, cheese, and burger sauce on a large pizza with the return of the Cheesy Burger Pizza for only $9.99. Call Reese at the Salem Papa John's at 812-883-3369 or order online and try these new creations today. And for something a little different, try the Bacon Cheesy Burger Bites for only $4.99. Or try the Cheesy Burger Papadilla for just $6.
Welcome back to a brand new hour of the Rick and Bubba Show. With Speedy, the real Greg Burgess, Helmsy, Eddie Van Hagler, Bill Bubba Bussey, and Rick Burgess.
Here we go, 6 minutes past the hour. Team Rick and Bubba all here today, which has been a rare